Do you remember sitting on Santa's lap? Well, it's a big deal for the parents. You know, they take pictures of you when you're a toddler, no, a baby, and you're just so happy to be sitting with this person that you don't even know. Then you become a toddler, and usually there's lots of screaming bouts of children afraid of who this man is that they're supposed to sit on their lap and be close to them, and they smell different and they look strange and they start wailing. But for me, I remember sitting on Santa's lap. However, as you know, I was born in England, and in England we do not call Santa Claus a regular person at Christmas because Christmas is the person who brings us the toys is Father Christmas. And I was used to calling Santa Claus Father Christmas. Now, the vision of Father Christmas is different than the vision of Santa Claus. They must have more limits on biscuits and cookies because he wasn't as full of a fella as Father Christmas. Father Christmas was much thinner in stature and in weight. And this is a story that I remember. And I don't know if I remember it because my parents told me or I actually truly remember it. Now, when I was young, my mother and father, being the firstborn child, lived in the same house as my granddad and my grandmother. And it was their way to be able to save money, to get their feet off the ground, to actually buy a home in Liverpool, England, which most of my relatives could not afford at that time. And my parents were very frugal and were saving up to buy their first home. Well, my granddad was my roommate, basically, and one of my best friends. And we were like this with each other. We went everywhere together. Add in a condition that I had because of a long 2-hour delivery with the midwife on June 5th. I was born with a severe speech impediment. I know it's hard to believe because I talk away today, but I had a very severe speech impediment and most people didn't understand me. And my mother, of course, overcompensated for that with my ringlets being perfect and my plaid kilts and my plaid bows matching, and I was always very prim and proper. Well, going back to the speech impediment, when I was 6 years old, my mother would say to me, Father Christmas, and I would say, Bah-nah-chit-nit. She would say, no love, Father Christmas, Bah-nah-chit-nit. Well, when it came time to see Father Christmas or Bah-nah-chit-nit, I was going to Marks and Spencer's. And Marks and Spencer's is kind of like a Penny's. Well, the Father Christmas that was doing the duty at that time was the one and only granddad. My granddad that I lived with had a job for the holidays of being Father Christmas. He's a small frame man. I think they might have put a pillow on him and made him a bit fuller. But he invited my mom and I to go and greet him at Marks and Spencer's. And my mother said, no, Dad, I can't take her there because she'll know it's you. She knows you so well that she'll know it's you, and then her whole idea of Father Christmas will be dissolved because she's going to know that her granddad is really the man in the suit and that Father Christmas doesn't really exist. Well, my granddad talked my mom into bringing me to see him at Marks and Spencer's. And this is how the story goes. I walk up to this Father Christmas. I sit on his lap. I say hello, Bah-nah-chit-nit. And then I proceed to talk away to this man who, by the way, understood every word that I said because he knew me so well. And I had the best of time. I told him stories about my family. I told him some things I'd like for Christmas. I wanted a rabbit. I remembered that. And a live rabbit. And we had the greatest time. And that is my remembering of sitting on Santa's lap, Bah-nah-chit-nit, or Father Christmas, who happened to be Frederick Bailey, me granddad from Liverpool, England. And I ask you to think about those moments of your memories. And this might be a great conversational item for you when you're at your Christmas dinner table with your family to say, do any of us remember sitting on Santa's lap? And I bet you will get some funny stories about those experiences that your family has shared with you. I'd like to wish you a very happy holidays. My name is CJ Jenkins from Century 21 here at Lake of the Pines in Auburn, California. This is a lovely time of year, and I wish you a very happy holidays in 2022. And just don't forget that Santa does need his cookies, or Father Christmas does need his biscuits left for them as they come down the chimney. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.